morning, fellow zombies. It's 1:53 in the morning, Saturday the 19th of March, 2022. How am I feeling this morning? I've had better. Tossing and turning like crazy. I suppose my emotions are still getting the better of me. Still a bit depressed, I guess. That's the thing concerning about this stuff. It just hits you out of the blue and just never lets go of you. No matter how many times I kept trying to do something positive. It's like, why bother? What the hell? Just don't do it. But why not? Why not? Some things still need to be done. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, or almost 2 o'clock in the morning, and I got a dog still looking at me while wondering how come I'm still up. Well, she's up, I'm up. Doesn't mean a damn thing except we're both up. We're still going through our biological turmoils. She's just as depressing as I am, and I know she is. She's wondering how come I'm up and she's not taken care of enough. I know. Going on YouTube, I guess, seems to be the only way for me to get my points across. Even if I haven't throw the links out there to people to watch. I don't know if anybody of my friends actually watch this stuff and actually survive and not gag. Just to see if I'm still alive and still working a bit. I'm not going to sugarcoat stuff. I'm still going through the same stuff I've got right now as it is. They're wondering if I'm going through some kind of change, if I'm going to get healed from it. I gotta tell you something, that there's a lot of people out there with mental health illnesses. Some of them actually do get some help, and others are stuck on stupid. Maybe I'm stuck on stupid at this point over here. Or maybe I'm still stuck in a point where I don't trust medical establishment for trying to help me without trying to kill me first. Even though I may have my reasons for that. But there's a hell of a lot of pride and a hell of a lot of ego I still have to get past before anything else happens. And those are the things that usually screw me over, is the pride and ego. Because they're the ones that I have right now that are screwing around with the damn head. But I know you probably say, a lot of people have it. They do. Right now, give me one quick minute. I gotta take care of the dog first. It's called taking the dog out for a walk. Seeing what's going on around yourself. Uh, Somewhat of a cool night outside in Roseman. Nothing happening around this time of the morning. Some people trying to wake up, maybe ready to go to work. Me, I'm muttering like a damn madman. Not quite sure what to do next. I was saying something about mental health, illness. How about truck drivers? They're under that, aren't they? You go on YouTube, you see something like Young Turks again. They're doing a piece concerning about truck drivers leaving Washington, D.C. little by little, but there's still a few of them left to cause enough pain and grief. I'm like, it's an old story, dude. Everything else breaking down, and you're still hollering about this shit. Ah, come on. Nobody's gonna give a shit about some truckers at this point over here with their fucking assholes. Unless, of course, they need for more hemorrhoid medicine for their asses. Circle around Washington, D.C. for their bullshit. No official representation. And no meeting out with the Congress, just going around there causing havoc and hell. No wonder the cops will love you. Here's your list of violations, schmuck. You weren't trying to create a message, you were trying to create chaos. Here you go. Here's your sign. You know, it would have been one thing if you were stopped in the daytime. Had a small rally, you had something planned out like that. But no, you decided to go over there and cause a little terror with Washington, D.C. And then you get schmucks like young Turks who have nothing else better to do but complain about anything else. They need to find something to complain about. And then you got schmucks like me complaining about everything else you guys do. How does that work out again? I got enough problems with my own damn mental health illness. I'm still trying to figure out my own damn issues. And yet I gotta borrow someone else's issue and complain about that. How does that work? Oh, but you want me to join your channel to listen to you guys bellyache all the fucking time. I've listened to better bellyaching back in the 80s and 90s with more mature people than you guys. It was called the McLaughlin Group. These days, I'm dealing with bellyachers and basically babies and diapers still griping about how much sand they still got left in their damn sandbox. I don't get it with you kids. I don't get it. I know about constitutional right about complaining to your congressman or anybody else. You got a right to do that. But I guess your time is already done because you've already griped enough and caused enough damage. Go home. You said what you said. Now you're in violation. Go home. We don't need your ass. Of course, you're going to say, well, without us truckers, you're not going to get your food. You're not going to get your stuff. That's right. Probably not. We'll get it from the other schmucks. No, I'll take that back. We'll get it from the other professional truck drivers out there who actually give a damn about their jobs and not coming over to Washington, D.C. to bellyache. It's your independent contractors that are doing that, not your company boys. The company guys out there are doing more professional stuff than the independents. See, independents are bitching and griping about it. Unless, of course, you've already separated from the company and you're in a company truck and you're bellyaching about it on a CB and you think you're all hip and that. You guys are just wasting your own damn money and your own damn fuel tax. You know that? Shh, idiots, I swear. And then young Turks have nothing else better to do because they don't see enough of it on the political thing. Oh, let's just pick on the damn truck drivers. Yeah, I guess I do need something to bitterly complain about besides myself. I see too many of these messages of countering this or that, concerning about how the mental health is supposed to be for everybody. How is it supposed to be for everybody, by the way? I mean, come on. How is that supposed to be for you and me? Different, isn't it? A lot different. People are going to tell me that I'm supposed to be healed because I've spent enough time grieving about my mother and my brother. I keep coming across people online. I don't know if they're professional whiner babies or not. But I know pain when I see it, and I know pain when I read it. And I know a troll when I come across it. I've been coming across too many trolls instead of people in pain. The ones who are in pain don't have to express much, except that they pour their grief out and they pour their heart out, and then they just pour it out like they're going to be just opening up their veins. And I know how that feels. Not opening up the veins, but pouring out the grief on tapes like these. For to let people to see what pain is. Of course, they've got their own pain, and they'll look at you and say, who cares? Get on with life. Live life. Come on. Take a baseball bat. Have fun with your head. How about that one? That'll get me kicked off anywhere. No, because I can't stand people like that. I can't stand reading shit like that. And I can't stand people talking like that sometimes. Grief takes a hell of a long time. It takes a hell of a lot of energy out of you. And especially when you're dealing with stuff that's already scaring the shit out of you since day one. And I've had too many. Lost too many damn people in my lifetime. And I had to compartmentalize the feelings until one day my body, my soul said, fuck it. And I went to pieces. I went to pieces at this point. I'm still trying to pick the damn things up. I'm still trying to learn how to learn how to learn. How's that grab you? 3 or 4 stages of how to learning to a point where I can actually function for a change. How do you function? You have to learn. And relearn it. And relearn it. And relearn it again. It's never easy. It pisses me off that I can't function the way I want to function. It would have been nice to sleep like somebody else for a change. 6 to 8 hours. Wouldn't that have been wonderful? I'm lucky enough to get about maybe 1.5. Then I have to engage in these multiple nap situations here. Interferes with the rest of my day and my planning, so I can't do the stuff I need to do to take care of myself. I don't see any help. Nobody gives a shit. I say it to the world, nobody gives a shit. Because right now the world's going to hell in a handbasket. My problems are mine. Just mine, not yours. They're not global, they're not universal, they're just mine. What people want. People want. They'll tell me that they want this, they want that, they want this, they want that. We want something from you. Well, I've got a middle finger extended at you. How about that one? Do you want that? Tell me something I don't need or I don't want. The problem is, I'd be one of those kind of guys you don't suspect. So discouraged with life, so discouraged with his own life, and everything else happening around him. Feels nobody else likes him, betrays him. So, why not backstab everybody else? He's one of those guys that probably gets to a psychiatrist and psychologist to bellyache like crazy and then stops for a long while. Because now he's got to go to places to learn how to be an idiot, how to be a guy going to be doing some heavy duty damage. Some things I'd like to get on recording and others I can't. Because, I might be afraid I'll piss off a hell of a lot of people online. Or even automatic zeros and ones from YouTube and Google. And you're feeling a hell of a lot of disappointment, rage, anger, and then you just want to go crazy over it. And the underlying feelings concerning about that, nobody else understands. Because all they see is the killer whale coming out. Or the Vesuvius. Or worse, Mount St. Helens blowing its top off again. in the form of a two-legged person with a metal protuberance filled with lethal combinations, shall we say. And those combinations are so disengaging with the human flesh, so unnerving to the nerve clusters, deboning to the bone. Causing a lot of sensory overload to the squishy organ in your head, where it doesn't understand what's going on as the body's being invaded constantly. And then the originator moves on to his next target. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody else out there had tried to make a video game of that. How do you get it out of your system? No, how do you describe it, basically? How do you describe what's going on in a video game? Or even making it into a VR system where you are the guy struggling with a hell of a lot of stress and you're presented opportunities. And so what's your decisions? And have that game based off of that. If you're going to be managing yourself, you probably get better points instead of just saying, screw it. And then you're doing something like Grand Theft Auto or worse. I've seen some of the Grand Theft Auto different forms. And yeah, tempting enough to buy the damn shit and put it on my own computer and just have fun with it. Go lawlessness with it. Break everything that you can. Because you can. Gives you the out for it. And I can't deal with it. Because that's too much of an invitation to go outside and do the real damn thing. No, thank you. Some kids may think it's a real wild game. Not to me. Not if I'm starting to think that way. Not unless I'm going to start feeling that way. Not unless I'm going to be turning into that kind of schmuck. Filled up with a hell of a lot of anger, a lot of grief, a lot of pain that cannot be analyzed or figured out. Puts a person on a dangerous pathway, don't you think? Scares the hell out of me. It scares the hell out of me. Some people around here may start thinking if they saw this particular video, if I need the rubber room or not. Hell, there's a hell of a lot of us out there who need it worse. I don't need a damn rubber room. I'm still trying to deal with the pain I've got without the medications for it, and still have to talk about it. You would have to scream it in so many damn audio files, and I'm loading up flash drives like crazy. Not to mention for the videos as well. This isn't the easiest damn thing. Sorry. McDonald's. Deal with that one. No, I have to deal with every damn gross thing that happens. I gotta deal with ideas and ideologies. I gotta deal with the outside world who is just trying to struggle to survive on its own, and finding out that sometimes they don't like life either. And they want to bitch and gripe about it, and they complain about it. And they make everybody else a scapegoat. Welcome to my town. A scapegoat. A scapegoat. A frackin' scapegoat. I can't deal with it. I swear, be like right around the time that I've gotten into a company called Walmart around 2007. I've been doing a hell of a lot of audio taping of myself. I didn't have any video cameras to do that much, honey. Just audio cameras. I mean, just audio on cell phones or actually tape recorders. Just to tape myself to get the stuff off my chest. Sometimes it was Heidi Flighty, and other times it was pain and grief. And when Ma died, that increased more because I had to get the stuff off my chest. I mean, I went over to 12-step places and tried to talk to people about stuff. When David's conditions became worse, and I still had to take care of him more and more, I'm doing recordings of myself and how the hell I'm trying to deal with him, and not to mention his own damn stupid mistakes that costed him and me a great deal. That's where I can't go anywhere without a cell phone and a recorder in it, taking notes all the time of how I'm doing. Not to mention spending more money on flash drives to download the crap and store it just in case. I heard it too many damn times in my life where people couldn't get their feelings out, or if they got their feelings out, nobody gave a shit about listening to them. But at least they left a record for other people to find. Figured do the same shit here. They were trying to get other people's attentions on how they felt, and nobody cared. Even on social media, when you get the acknowledgement, sometimes the rest of it is just mouth. Nobody cares. Oh, I'll hear the other thing say, yes, we do. No, you don't. Reality tells me something else. Reality tells me that other people will say it just to say it, just to see their name in print. But are they going to care? Are they going to go out of their way, out of their comfort zone, to endure a hell of a lot? Not many people will do that. My mother did. For a week, she spent time with a friend of hers and got backstabbed by the husband and by her. And I remember that. Lost a friend, lost an ex-client. I didn't give a shit. That's what pissed me off even further. I thought my mother was lying through her teeth when she was staying at her friend's house, just trying to take care of her 24/7 because she could, because she cared that much. But the husband was an asshole, and he thought Ma needed money. I can fucking talk to her like a damn decent human being. Just don't treated her like trash, and Dave and I got her home. Got Ma home. I didn't have anything to deal with them. Dumped all her damn fat taxes and crap on their lawn and left. You don't treat us like that. Ma spent a few weeks mourning loss of a good friend. Dave had to manage his anger and find another job. He had been working with this one asshole at a oil refinery. Well, David struggled. Didn't know a damn thing about oil refinery, but he was willing to learn. But I guess they didn't see eye to eye either. So, and besides, the husband was the manager over there at this one processing plant. It was rough. You lose a friend like that. That's one thing when I lose friends when they're buried 6 feet under or cremated. But you lose them alive, and you no longer have them in your life. No forgiveness on the other side. No apologies, just move on. Yeah, move on. These days, kind of hard to move on. Stuck in one place. Stuck doing the same damn shit. Depression kicks in. Grief kicks in. Worse off than before, feeling-wise. What seems to be pleasurable at one time is agony. Everything is switched over. Everything is switched around. You see a mirror verse of yourself. You feel it too. Until you get healed. Until you feel like your normal self again. You're living in your own mirror universe. You're not yourself. You're an alter ego. You're a different person altogether. I see it because I know I am. I know it. And I have to believe it. Things had changed when I lost my brother. I lost Ma and I was struggling like crazy. But losing my big brother. Hardest damn thing to do. The universe may go on. But I'm a transplant. I'm a changeling. I look at things differently. Different viewpoints than what I used to have. The pain's still there. The grief is still there. The agony, I still deal with it. Not as brave as I thought it was. And these are the days when people usually drink their asses off to death because they can't stand dealing with it. They have to be inebriated to deal with the pain. They look at me and think I'm a source of strength. Shit, give me a fucking break. I'm a guy with a mental case problem. I'm a guy who can't put it back together again. I don't know what my Humpty Dumpty looks like anymore. Even though I do look like another Humpty Dumpty. I've gotten older, I've gotten fatter. I'm trying to deal and cope. People will say, well, I've got a solution. Yeah, well, I keep looking at them as placebos. I don't believe in placebos. I don't believe in the medications anymore. All I know is the chemical reactions to my neurochemistry to see how screwed up a damn thing is. If I happen to not kill myself the next day after taking medications, then maybe it'll be worth something. How am I feeling and doing? I've had better days. I've had better days. I'm not trying to preach to a choir. I'm trying to get this shit done and over with and out in the open. I know people can do audio podcasts. What's wrong with seeing the person in video? Does that take up too much of your time? Too much of your bandwidth? I take it the visualization is too ugly for you to deal with. Dealing with a live human being who's struggling like crazy, and you can't even be bothered to deal with him. That's what gets to me sometimes. People get to be so damn involved with their own damn bullshit, they can't even get involved with somebody else's. They care enough to be human enough to deal with it. That's why I hear like a son of a bitch sometimes. Because nobody gives a flying fuck anymore. Maybe I should have ordered alcohol. Maybe I should have ordered that damn booze. I don't have the friends out there in the AA world that I thought I did. Otherwise, I'd be calling. See how the fuck I am. No, nobody gives a shit. No matter how many times I keep posting messages in one form or another, they just never bother to read it or care about it. Let's see how the hell I'm doing. Nobody. I guess the only damn thing to solve is shit myself. Take care of the stuff by myself. They say sleep is curative for a lot of ills. Bullshit. Escapism. But the brain needs it for reorganization. I don't argue. I just deal with it. I deal with what I have to deal with. Nobody else likes it. I don't give a shit. I'm trying to deal with it. That's how I'm feeling right now this morning. That's how I am this morning. Give it to you straight. I'm not gonna bullshit you. Of course, if I happen to meet you, oh yeah, I'm fine. And I understand the acronym of FINE is frustrated, insecure, neurotic, emotional. So in that case, I am fine. I'm just emotionally fucked up. With that, baby sleep.